Welcome back to another sidetrack garage. This time, we're going to drive this thing up the road. I'm getting a little bit later start than I wanted to, but now that I'm up here and outside, I'm glad I didn't try to get started any earlier because it's pretty chilly. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear that squealing and growling in the background, but those are pigs and they're hungry, so I'm going to feed those real quick and then I'll get right back to you. I got the pigs happy now. So before I actually drive it, I actually do have just a few little things to do to it. You may have seen in the last video, the radiator's busted. Needs a brake booster, master cylinder, and a brake line. Then after that, it's good. It's good to go. So I'm gonna get started on that. I'm gonna go grab the radiator. Yeah, let's get this cleaned up. Yep. That. Okay. Better put the wind plug back in the catch can at some point. Okay. This video may end up taking a minute. It's going to be a little bit longer, I think. Worst part about it is I got like 30-inch bolts holding the shroud on, so bear with me. And looking at the new aluminum radiator, I don't know if I've got the right size bolt holes for the bolts I have. I really hope this thing works. The review said it was okay, and also said it was a direct fit for this truck. It better fit directly, because it has been 3 months, I think, since I pulled this in. So, yeah, I gotta get going on this thing. Like, it's gotta be done today. You know what I'm saying? Worst part is most of my tools are like over there, some right there, and right there, right here, right behind me, in the truck. Some of them probably even under the truck. Who knows? Maybe even in the motor. I don't know. We'll find out. You can guarantee that. If there's anything in the motor that shouldn't be in there, we'll know about it at some point. Step 1, get the shroud on. Step 1 complete. Number 2 is to drain the radiator. Got a drain pan there. I'm gonna go dump that in a approved container. It's out back here. You don't want to just dump it on the ground or anything like that. That's gross. I'll be right back. Okay. It sounds like I'm out of breath. It's because I am. It's a little chilly. It's gonna just, you know what I mean? It's a little tight. Where is my pliers? I had them last week. Maybe they're in there. I don't know. Yeah, I put that together like 3 weeks ago. They're around here somewhere. Probably gonna knock the phone over again. There they are. Real handy, these. These are my favorite pliers I've ever used. There we go. First try. Good thing. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any good way to save this. Because it just kind of goes everywhere. I also need a battery terminal. I gotta rob one off the other truck. Booster. I ordered it a while ago. It still hasn't come in. So I got another truck just like this one. It's got a new booster on it, so I'll just snag that one. When the new booster comes in, put the new one on that truck. Or this one and swap them back out. So something like that. Picked up the heat belt now. As soon as I find a screwdriver. Yeah, sure. We'll just go ahead and put that back now. Oh boy. How is that already stuck on there that bit? Probably should have ordered a new hose. And this one's still sealed. I just get a new one when I need it, you know? I don't need it at this point. So that's what I'm getting one. That really does kind of bum me out though. As far as I could tell, the radiator is original to this truck, 1980. It's pretty cool, I think. I mean, to go 45 years and never have a radiator put in, and most vehicles don't go 10 years without a new one. I thought that was kind of cool. But then I came along and slammed it right into the front of the motor and knocked the hole in it, so it had that. And this truck at some point was just kind of sitting under some trees thinking, oh, I can retire now. You know, just thought it was going to live out its days, you know, just sitting under a tree with a plow hooked to it. And I came along and it started trembling. Took a lot to get it just to where it's at before I did the motor in the first time. Not really a lot. Went through, rebuilt the carburetor in it poorly. It was the first time I ever did one. It worked, but it just wasn't done very well. Then changed the oil. Did U-joints. First time I ever did U-joints, and once this thing hit 88 miles an hour, literally, the drive shaft blew up. So that was pretty fast for this old truck. It was screaming, okay? And then it split the case on the transmission all the way around it. And yeah, that transmission was butter smooth shifting for an old 4-speed. I love that thing. And now I've already been through, including the original one, 3 transmissions. So 2 third gear synchronizers just not there. This one's there a little more than the other one. So, you know, you'll have that kind of stuff. Just buying things you know nothing about and having to go off somebody's word for it. They may not even know what's going on with it. So I can't put too much blame on whoever I bought it from. But, I mean, if it's something untested, I don't think he ever had it in anything. They just bought a transmission and decided not to go the route they were going to with a 4-speed manual. I think that guy said they went with an automatic or something, which is lame. But once that drains, we'll go ahead and yank that one out, put the new one in if it fits right, which I think it will. Okay. And I'll be back in just a second. There, so we got the old radiator out of it. Let's see how well the new aluminum performance radiator fits in here. Oh boy. Honestly, it's not really looking very promising. I've had it for a few days now. You should probably really check your parts before you just go try to put them in and, you know, get set back another week or so. And then when you do get that part that you think is right again, you go ahead and check it. Okay, here we go. Are you going to fit like a factory radiator? Okay, not really, but I've seen worse, alright? I don't think we're in that bad shape. Just as long as these things go on. Oh wow. That fits pretty good. That's a little iffy. It's like just a centimeter from rubbing the tank, and it's not even bolted down all the way. I don't think we need to just give up on it yet. I can definitely make this work 100%. Because the other side fit correctly. Ooh, that fits almost better than the other side. I can make this work. That's not too big a deal. I hope. But that cannot be set back another week. One way or another, this thing is happening today or tomorrow evening. At any rate, it's getting out of here this week. Because I really miss this truck. I love these old things. I love old projects. Great. Alright. Let's try to make this work. I think it's really the lower mounts that need the most attention here. That is going to rub a hole right into the bottom of it if I just leave it the way it is, I think. Problem is I can't really see what's going on down there. Now I can, and I wish I couldn't. It's going to work, probably. I'll be right back. Just 1 second. Got it backed out a little bit. I don't know if you can hear me, it's a little bit loud. I got the radiator in it finally. Just gonna let it sit here and run for a little bit, make sure the temperature gauge works. And honestly, this thing is never just, I mean, it's a little high RPM right now, but it's never just sat here and idled like this. This is honestly probably the smoothest it's ever run for a long time. And it's still cold. I think we do have a small vacuum leak somewhere. Well, I know exactly where it is. It's that brake booster. Trying to get the idle to come down a little bit. I think that's probably where she's gonna stay. I don't think we're getting hot. Yeah, we're actually still kind of touching the head. I think we're good there. We're getting some air bubbles out of it. Really needing that temperature gauge to work though. And it hasn't moved yet. I don't like that. I really don't want to have to put another one in it. That'll be that's the second one in it right now. Oh, we're charging. Kinda. I mean, I guess that's what that means. Gauge is kind of all over the place. See if we got heat. That bogged her down. I don't think we're charging. No, we're not charging, because this always works. Well, it's kind of working. I actually smoothed it out. But I do believe we're not charging, maybe. Not 100% sure on that. Yeah, there's no way. As much as I bogged that down like that. Wait a minute, why were the gauge lights on? That doesn't make any sense. I do remember getting that up past 100 last time I had it running. So it should work. I'm gonna let this run for a little bit and then try to be right back with some good news, hopefully. Yeah, you can see we got the F250 out of the building finally. Pulled it out in here. And it has absolutely no brakes. Well, it's got a little bit of brakes, but it's only in the rear, so basically no brakes because, yeah, you know how it is on just rear brakes probably. So this is probably empty. Yeah. Actually, I'm surprised we had any brakes at all. So the master cylinder itself is in fact bad. I do know that for a fact. Along with the booster. And also we got a busted line on the driver's side. Right in there. So, got line. I've also got rubber lines. I want to, oh wow, we sprayed that all over the fender. Huh. Anyway, so that truck over there, that one. Gonna rob the booster off of that, put it on this one. I got a new master cylinder to go on this truck. Get that all bled out, and then move down to them brakes down there. Well, actually, I'll do that brake line first, then the master cylinder. I can go ahead and put the booster on. I'll do that. So just sit tight, and I'll have this thing ready to go in just a minute. Yeah, so I got the firewall taken out of there, or not the firewall. I got the booster and master cylinder out. Okay. Yeah, I didn't take the firewall out, but I will rebuild the firewall since I'm here. Just quick and easy rebuild here. Going ahead and taking care of the rest, you know. There. Rebuilt firewall. And I'm going to snag the other one out of the other truck. Gotta unbolt it and everything. Then we'll be a lot farther along than we were before. Alright, so got the booster, master cylinder, got the new rubber lines on. Yeah, they're pretty nice. Let me show you the old ones. They worked, but I think it was about time to change them. This one here is pretty rough. Might save them and put them on my other truck. No. So I had one little issue with the new lines. So see that right there? That is the copper washer that came with it. And I already saw how thin it was, and I was thinking, there's no way that's going to seal. Because that's one that's been torqued to about the same. And that's an old one. So I don't know what they were thinking here. Pretty sure they were just trying to save money, maybe. And they said, how can we do that? And one fella says, well, why don't we just shave 30 thousandths off of it? And then someone else says, well, aren't they already 35 thousandths thick? And they say, who's that? That's the new guy, don't listen to him. Anyway, on my way to having brakes now, finally. Cooling system should be okay, and then when I'm back we should be driving, hopefully, as long as nothing's messed up. Might get something to eat first while that's bleeding. Yeah, I'll be right back. Yeah, got the brakes working-ish. They're better than they were. I'm gonna leave that in there for a second. This thing's kind of being funny on the cooling system. Got it tuned, I think, good enough at least to where it might actually work. I'm gonna run this thing down to the house. Gotta take a coffee cup back down anyhow. There's, yeah, okay. That's good idle. Yeah. Put that right check. Yeah. Alright. That's good. That's pretty nice. Up. I still don't have vacuum brakes. Power brakes. Barely have power steering. I need to top that off actually. Wow. This dash isn't very good for holding the phone, it turns out. Not much to see right now anyhow. Just gonna kind of see how it does. Yeah. Okay. And I am pretty much out of gas. Temperature gauge still doesn't work. I'm going to see if I can't find any power steering fluid of some kind. Okay, we got barely any brakes. Oh, yeah. I just don't have power brakes, and I really hope that didn't just land on my thing, the solenoid, because that could be bad. The hood hinge. Here that goes again. This thing's got too much torque now. Keeps throwing the thing right back at me. Yeah. Just gonna put it right here for now. Okay. Thermostat's still knocking for some reason. Put that there. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Probably just gonna let it run for a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna shut it off so I can hook up my power brakes. You can see that bubbling. Oh man, I gotta come out of the vinyl. A little warm now. Nice and chilly this morning. Alright. I wonder if that thing would be okay if I just left the... Well, really probably need to let it run longer, get the air out, make sure the air's out of it. Yeah, that was my vacuum gauge for tuning. Yeah, this is my power brakes. Really nice having those, I'll tell you that much. You gotta stand on that thing, get it to slow down. And if you start slowing down, you really can't even tell it's working. Alright. These in the truck. Oh, smoke. I don't know what all that smoke is about. Does kind of worry me a little bit, but I'm going to see if I'll be able to ignore it. Starts up good. I may have to go back up to the building. Yeah, I better do that actually. See if this will fit down in here. Oh, that might actually work. Alright. Just a little bit of brake testing too. I think I do have some transmission fluid up there. Actually, I know I did. I can put that in the power steering. Brake test, not bad. Our steering leaves a little something to be desired at the moment. A little rough on the 1-2 there. Actually, I can tell you right now, this thing was never like this coming up this hill in second. Yeah, that's already better. Just wish it didn't smoke so much. It makes me a little bit nervous. Don't like that smoke. Here's the top. Road's fairly easy. Oil pressure's getting a little bit low. Well, like 43. I don't think that's terrible. Something like this. That may be getting hot. Well, that's pretty tasty. Okay, may have to shut her down again. Because I don't like not having a temperature gauge. And we're on aluminum heads. And those tend to not be very reliable when it comes to heat. Alright, I'm gonna shut her down. I'll be right back. Okay, so after several painstaking minutes of consideration, I'm just going to go for it. It was just a short test drive, you know. If anything goes horribly wrong, there's actually a pretty decent chance of that. Then I'll just shut it down or pull over and shut it down. I don't know. Either way, we can just shut it off, you know. I have a key. Alright, maybe that'll stay there. We're about to blow this thing up, aren't we? Oh, wait. I did forget one thing. Power steering fluid. Here I am, ready, raring to go. Hold on a second. Alright, let's do this. Maybe, I don't know. How do you get a phone to stay? Okay, maybe. Please don't nobody get in my way. Oh boy, we may run out of gas. I don't know. I'm not going very far. Okay, so you might be able to see the radiator cap. Look right below the radiator cap, you'll see that line. I believe if we start getting hot, that line should blow off because it doesn't have a hose clamp on it. That's kind of my fail-safe slash check engine light. Kind of, sort of. Alright, almost down to the main road. Truck, please do what I think you're going to do. And just be nasty. Not to me. Be nasty to the road. By that I mean don't leak all your fluids on it. I mean tear it up. 22. That was a good shift. Albeit we're going downhill on a slow roll. It's fast though, I will give it that. Just can't pin it all in one shot. And we still got oil pressure, so that's good. Set you guys back up so you can see something. That might work better. Popped out a third on me. Brakes still are not that great. Go ahead and get wheeled around here. I don't think anything's coming. I think it's smoking a little bit out the pipe, so I like that better than smoking straight off there. Alright, so you didn't get to see much. I don't have any way to hold my phone up, and you would have saw more. But last time it fell off the dash, then it just shut off. So it did okay. Definitely needs tuned. Don't know what the smoking is all about. But I thought it did decent, I guess. Yeah, I could have done way better. It's done, sort of, kind of. That was my goal today. It could be better. I'll say that for sure. The reason I didn't park it there just to get a good shot of it. It actually just shut off there. I might have run out of gas. I don't know. I mean, it does look good sitting there. Now, hold on a minute. You gotta get up on the hill and see down into the motor. Yeah. You know, it's kind of that shake there. That thing kind of do that kind of thing to you now. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know what you think. I'm gonna get this thing put back in its hole. If it'll start. Who knows? Maybe it'll start. Let's give her a try here. She ain't happy. I do know that for certain. Need to work on the warm tune. Yeah, it's not out of gas, it's actually just that badly tuned. I'm a great tuner. Anyway, that's probably about it. Reverse lights are still on. Key's still on. It's not a charging issue, because it starts every time on the starter. That is a tuning issue. Or maybe it's, I don't know. It's not hot. I would be able to tell if it's hot right now. I don't know, maybe I'll go get some gas and try it again. I don't know. Anyway, that's probably going to do it for today's video. I've got more coming. What do you think of four-wheelers with turbos? I think that's great. It's probably going to be on the Yamaha. If I get this sorted out, then we'll do a test drive round 2. It didn't blow up. It didn't really do what I wanted either, is the problem. I think this is going to be a kind of a drive it, tune it, drive it again, tune it. A lot of back and forth stuff. I can tell you already, it is doing way better than it did before. First time I did this. Back when I had the cast iron heads. Man, this has been a long series. Wow. I started this 3 months ago. I've just been waiting on parts and breaking stuff. Anyway, there you have it. Let me know what you think, and go ahead and subscribe. Leave a comment, you know. I'll see you next time. How about that? What do you think of that? That's only like 20 minutes? Well, no. This thing's maybe got an hour of runtime on it. Switch to a hotter plug maybe? We'll see how it goes.